This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Sports headline makers looking back in High Desert and Mojave River Valley history. Former High Desert Maverick Robbie Hammock's rawhide rubs the 2014 Mavs the wrong way. Mavericks pitcher Richelson Pena retires the first 19 Blaze hitters he faces in a 2015 outing in Bakersfield. Yardbirds leaders discuss being a team player amid 2017 race to the finish.
Running a lot of guys out there, seeing what they got. At the end of the season, you want to play well and you want to be a starter. But I think you just kind of have to trust the process and, just understand that just stay in your lane, do what you do best.
The Yardbirds' just completed homestand saw a number of milestones for Yardbirds hitters. 3 Yardbirds launched the first home run of their professional career. Blake Butcher blistered this one against the Hollywood Stars. Dylan Kester's first round tripper as a pro is a prime example of sudden impact. It comes with the 23-year-old leading off this Thursday game against the Monterey Amberjacks. Dominic Zayer, the only other Yardbird to hit a home run leading off a ball game. Relative newcomer Ronnie Grant injects new life into a 9th-inning rally against the Tucson Seguras. The 22-year-old outfielder followed the next night with a solo shot against the Amberjacks. Nobody is more surprised with Ronnie Grant's power burst than Ronnie Grant himself.
It's actually really big because I was telling some of the guys in the dugout in the locker room, they're like, oh yeah, once you get another home run. I'm looking at them like, that's not my game. Like in college, I was a base hit guy, gap guy. I just hit backspin and the ball just goes. So that's just what it is. Like this isn't my game hitting home runs. So I'm surprised as much as everybody else.
Yardbirds All-Stars Shane Brown and Anthony Hawkins, the only other Yardbirds to hit home runs in back-to-back games earlier in the season. A certain irony to this Shane Brown home run. In this last homestand, it is his first as a pinch hitter. Shane Brown leads High Desert in home runs as well as runs driven in. The Yardbirds rally to stay alive in a tense and heated battle to the finish against California City, a game with all the intensity of a playoff game. The Whiptails act and react like they are the ones facing elimination. Whiptails skipper Dave Peterson goes ballistic and gets ejected after High Desert rallies for a pair of go-ahead runs in the 7th, this ejection in the 8th of what ends in an 8-6 Yardbirds victory. A Cal City win would have mathematically eliminated High Desert from a playoff berth. The win leaves the Yardbirds 2 games behind the Whiptails in the loss column with 3, possibly 4 regular season games remaining. Avery Brandon induces 2017 Yardbird Whiptails catcher Peter Penna to lift the high pop-up put away by Yardbirds second baseman Steve Longo. Avery Brandon's team-high 8th save is in the book. High Desert's 29th win of the season leaves them needing a win against Bakersfield the next night to pull to 500 on the year and keep playoff hopes flickering. Former High Desert Mavericks catcher Robbie Hammock brings his rawhide to town, struggling with the worst record in the California League. Hammock and Visalia leave sporting a 4-game winning streak, having stolen home field advantage from High Desert by winning 4 straight 1-run decisions. Jordy Lara remains torrid, ripping a home run in his 4th straight game. This, the 23-year-old Lara's 20th of the season. Lara's exploits contribute to his being named California League Hitter of the Week for the week ending July 20th. During that span, Lara took his consecutive game hitting streak to 12 games with 10 hits in 24 at-bats, 11 runs driven in, and 8 runs scored.
Meanwhile, Dylan Unsworth is making his 20th start for the Mavericks. The 21-year-old Unsworth, he turns 22 in September, will go 5 innings, holding the Rawhide to 2 runs while striking out 7. Unsworth, out of South Africa, enters August leading Mavs hurlers in strikeouts with 103 in 103 innings pitched. Back to the attack against Visalia. Jordy Lara doubles off the Atria sign in left center field. The Mavericks offense not short on extra base hits this night. Patrick Brady comes through with a double off the base of the Green Monster. But this is a contest decided by another bullpen letdown. The Rawhide rallies for a 7-6 win in 10. That forces the Mavericks to hit the road in dire need of wins in hopes of qualifying for postseason play. As for the outcomes of every contest against Visalia, about the only favorable force in effect, Tuba Force, entertaining fans upon arrival in the getaway game. This unique ensemble of classical musicians, all affiliated with Victor Valley College, offered up a most appropriate medley of television westerns, including themes representative of the California League opponents this night, Rawhide and Mavericks. The 8-member Tuba Force sports over $35,000 in instruments. These brass tubas run in the neighborhood of $4,000 apiece.
All 2014 High Desert Mavericks home games featured pre-game and between innings musical entertainment on the concourse, in addition to a local performer singing the national anthem.
The Mavericks return home to close out July with a 3-game set against Lancaster. Fans see A Penny a Kiss performing on the concourse on the Grinds 2 for Tuesday, July 29th. Heading into August, there are but 3 homestands remaining for the 2014 Mavericks. Many fans coming for the baseball, returning for the entertainment. Between innings, fun and activities include cotton candy giveaways, wheelbarrow races, face painting fun for the youngsters, on-field workouts by way of Limbo Rock. These are a Wanzik law firm Skybox guests.
A Penny a Kiss and the Victor Valley College Tuba Force highlights remind us of so much more than just baseball contributing to family entertainment at Mavericks games. Ah, those were the days. Bid fast and last, sold on showcasing sports headline makers seasons past. Did you know Bid Fast and Last is a federally licensed firearms dealer and a licensed, bonded, and insured auto dealer? You can bid virtual live online on firearms, vehicles, electric bicycles, collectibles, fine jewelry, coins, antiques, classic cars, and more at bidfastandlast.com.
Start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your way, Internet.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road.
So.
Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Valu Quality Truck Body, family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Greiner Buick GMC in Victorville. Greiner always has the best damn used cars, period. The Bradco Companies support the student athletes, teams, and sports programs at Victor Valley College, Barstow College, and the schools throughout our Mojave River Valley. Iwanzik Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Desert High Transportation, reliable and dependable non-emergency transportation for ambulatory and wheelchair passengers. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on high desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half hour of high desert television today. The Bradco Companies present This Date in High Desert and Mojave River Valley Sports History. The Bradco Companies support the student athletes, teams, and sports programs at Victor Valley College, Barstow College, and the schools throughout our Mojave River Valley. Sports headline makers looking back in High Desert and Mojave River Valley history. Big Bear sharpshooter Kim Rhode makes Olympics history in 2016. Stormin' Norma roars again in KT 100.
And I won the race.
Daily Press Tennis Players of the Year, years past, 2014. Rishi Nanda of Granite Hills, 2015. Wancham Kim of Apple Valley. Richard Mendoza of Hesperia was back-to-back Player of the Year in 2011 and 2012.
Pokemon were reportedly spotted and captured at this last home game of the High Desert Mavericks. 6-time Olympic shooting medalist Kim Rhode, a resident of Big Bear Lake. Kim Rhode is an American double trap and skeet shooter, a 6-time Olympic medal winner, including 3 gold medals, and 6-time national champion in double trap. She is the most successful female shooter in Olympics history, the only triple Olympic champion, and the only woman to have won 2 Olympic gold medals for double trap. She won a gold medal in skeet shooting at the 2012 Summer Olympic Games, equaling the world record of 99 out of 100 clays. Most recently, she won the bronze at the Rio 2016 Olympics, making her the first Olympian to win a medal on 5 different continents and the first Summer Olympian to win an individual medal at 6 consecutive Summer Games. Rhode has formed strong ties with the Inland Empire shooting community, and she is co-host of the Outdoor Channel's TV program, Step Outside.
Daily Press Tennis Players of the Year, years past, 2014. Rishi Nanda of Granite Hills. Rishi Nanda led the Cougars to back-to-back Desert Sky League championships his junior and senior seasons. His senior year, he registered a first-round win over Apple Valley's Wancham Kim in the CIF Southern Section Regionals.
Apple Valley High School's Wancham Kim is the Daily Press 2015 Boys Tennis Athlete of the Year. Kim won the Mojave River League Finals and the Scorpion Invitational and led Apple Valley to an undefeated MRL campaign.
Richard Mendoza led the Hesperia Scorpions to Mojave River League titles in 2011 and 2012 and was named Daily Press Tennis Player of the Year both years.
Pokemon were reportedly spotted and captured at this last home game of the High Desert Mavericks. On the field, the Mavericks concluding a 4-game series against the San Jose Giants. Mavs hitters may have been searching for Pokemon. Instead of hunting down the fastball, the first 4 innings, San Jose starter Jason Forget set down the first 12 High Desert hitters he faced. Hitter number 13, Luke Tendler, proved unlucky for San Jose. The Mavericks' leading RBI man comes in with 13 home runs and connects on his 14th, leading off the 5th. San Jose had scored lone runs in the 3rd and 4th. Tendler's homer cut the visitors' lead to 2-1. San Jose snaps High Desert's 6-game winning streak and ends their own 7-game skid. The final, Giants 4, Mavericks 3. High Desert won the first 3 games of this series, once by blowout, twice in dramatic walk-off manner. Josh Morgan, twice the hero in walk-off wins. Monday night, Josh Morgan's bottom of the 9th 2-run single, lifting the Mavericks to a 6-5 victory and sending San Jose to their 7th consecutive loss.
Stormin' Norma roars again in KT 100.
And I won the race.
Buck Blair adjusts and takes his first Pro 500 checkered of the season.
I'm going to put a better tire on and change my setup a little, and I'm going to go in harder this time. How about that?
Video Sports reports on Wheel to Wheels, July 20th, night of racing. Stevie Simpson, Silver Blue 28, wins the Intermediates main. Blaine Kuhn, Gold 23, takes the Dirt Carts Open checkered. Riley Tippett, 14-year-old from Yorba Linda, wins the Restrictor main among Championship Series 8 main event winners, gaining ground on season points leaders. Robbie Simpson, 27, the Intermediates Junior winner. Cash Culp occupying the podium in 2 classes, a Dirt Carts Junior victory lap again. Buck Blair gives us the lowdown on preferring the top line as we flash back to this Video Sports interview from the 2018 season.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, if you're running the bottom, the top's faster. If you're running the top, the bottom's faster. Anyway, that's my luck. So, you know, I don't know. I prefer to run the top even if it's not faster. It's just more fun. So that's where I go.
Having fun, a huge part and parcel of Stormin' Norma Weatherby's racing at Wheel to Wheel. How did this 2019 KT100 rookie learn of Wheel to Wheel?
I learned about Wheel to Wheel through mainly Heidi Jo Erickson. We were racing at Paris. And then Ronnie wanted me to race there, my handler, my boyfriend. And Doug Bushy wanted me to come up and try it. So we did. And we raced for the rack. And I won the race. I came from quarter midgets, like I said. I missed my calling. I couldn't go any further. And I'm here now.
Looking back on this date in high desert sports history, with this pitch, James Gilheeney became the High Desert Mavericks all-time strikeouts leader. This Gabriel Guerrero Grand Slam fuels this 2014 Mavericks win over Stockton. Avery Brandon saves John Fleckenstein's win in key 2017 Yardbirds triumph over the Monterey Amberjacks.
High drama for the High Desert Mavericks Game 2 of the series against Northern Division leaders Stockton. Trailing 5-0 going into the 7th, the Mavs score twice on bases-loaded walks, making it 5-2 and setting the stage for Gabriel Guerrero's Grand Slam home run. A 2 outs, full count blast over the Motel 6 sign in right center field. Guerrero demonstrating his ability to go with the pitch and come through in the clutch. His Grand Slam scores Zach Shank, Tyler Smith, and Jabari Henry ahead of him and gives High Desert a 6-5 lead. The 20-year-old nephew of Lottie Guerrero wasn't trying for the long ball, but just wanted to hit the ball into the gap.
I started with my approach, just get the ball in the gap, drive a couple rounds for our team. A little bit struggled the first couple innings, but we came back big.
Jairo Barras follows, launching his 11th home run over the Jack-in-the-Box sign in center field. Jose Cardona scores ahead of him. High Desert has jumped to a 3-0 lead. Back-to-back home runs push the High Desert lead to 8-2. Scott Heinemann's 3-run shot on the next pitch. Luke Tindler follows Scott Heinemann's blast, hammering this one deep over the right field fence. Travis Demerit goes opposite field for his 22nd homer, a solo shot in the 6th that extends High Desert's lead to 12-6. High Desert tacks on 2 more in the 8th on Jairo Barras' 2nd homer of the day to run the final score to 16-6. When visiting teams have a major leaguer on rehab, it's a treat for Mavericks fans to see the big leaguer perform. In the case of San Francisco Giants utility infielder Ara Adrianza, it gives us the opportunity to ask what the major leaguer likes about playing for San Francisco Giants manager Bruce Bochy. The current Giants skipper was the manager of the High Desert Mavericks in their inaugural season, 1991.
What's Bruce Bochy like as a manager?
I mean, Bruce Bochy is a very good manager. Everyone knows that. And he treated me like another player, like superstar. So it's great to play for him. You know, he gives a lot of chance to young players right now, and I feel pretty comfortable to play for him.
After 4 seasons at Giant, Adrianza went on to play 4 years for the Twins before joining the Atlanta Braves in 2021. Back in 2013, he had become the 300th Venezuelan to play Major League Baseball. He became an American citizen in April of 2021. Kent Blackstone supplies all of the run production in this high desert encounter against Bakersfield. The Yardbirds all-star second baseman puts High Desert on the board in the first, belting his 4th home run of the season. Kent Blackstone drives in all 3 runs this game, moving him to the top of the leaderboard in runs driven in on the season for High Desert hitters. This 4th inning base hit scores Ronnie Grant with run number 3, but also exemplifies the Yardbirds' frustration in the base running department. Kent Blackstone thrown out at second in his attempt to stretch the base hit to a double. In a successful base running attempt earlier, Kent Blackstone swipes his 29th in the 3rd, but Kent Blackstone then is thrown out trying to steal 3rd in a case where the tie did not go to the base runner. Manager Sip Garza pointing out that the umpire was not in position to see the base runner hit the bag at the same time the tag was applied. Many a call will be disputed, even adamantly argued this night, but with more dire consequences dealt, in fact, for Bakersfield complainers. Manager Brian Cloppy is ejected after arguing a balls and strikes call in the 4th. Home plate umpire Jerry Romero sends the train robbers skipper packing. Doug Sweeney and Larry Pfister, the field umpires, confirming Brian Cloppy's time of departure. In the next inning, Bakersfield starter Zach Kammerman is tossed after recording the final out in the 5th. Apparently a case of, was it something I said? Jerry Romero explaining that ejection to train robbers second baseman Steve Pasquale. Yardbirds leading hitter Ronnie Grant doubles down the line in the 4th. Ronnie Grant's 16th double of the season. It comes off Zach Kammerman, who was a 2017 High Desert Yardbird. Ronnie Grant figuring prominently in High Desert's offense again this night, scoring 2 of his team's 3 runs. Bakersfield coming into this game in first place in the Pacific Division, 8.5 games ahead of the 3rd place Yardbirds. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half hour of High Desert television today. Headlines and headline makers looking back to years past in High Desert and Mojave River Valley sports and entertainment history. The 5th annual Ride the Rocks event in 2013 draws over 170 entries. A wide variety of colorful apparel displayed by the High Desert Mavericks in their 2016 California League Championship season. A long list of Yardbirds hitting 300 in their 2017 championship season. Oscar Larinaga contributes to the Yardbirds' continuing home run barrage to close out the 2019 campaign, the final season of High Desert Minor League Baseball.
High Desert fans are seeing their Mavericks display a wide variety of team apparel during the first homestands of the second half. Black Rhode jerseys one night A wide array of headwear, including the patriotic caps worn during the Independence Day holiday weekend. Bright red jerseys complemented the patriotic caps at the most highly attended game of the season, the July 3rd Independence Day celebration.
The Yardbirds have 8 hitters batting over 300. 5 are outfielders. Donald Glover, 310. Dylan Kester, 312. Dominic Zayer, 355. Ronnie Grant, 364. Leading hitter Shane Brown, 396. Each wants to be in the starting lineup every game. Each newcomer knows why they were brought on board. For Donald Glover, it was for a left-handed bat when Kellen Marufo went down.
I hope I bring a competitive edge. I just want to be competitive every pitch, be locked in every pitch, every at-bat. So, I bring a lefty bat. I think I'm the only lefty, hitter since Kellen went down. So, hopefully, like I said, I could just bring in a good lefty bat and just help these guys and help us win in the playoffs and get to the playoffs.
High Desert's home run barrage at California City continues with 4 Yardbirds clearing the Balsitas Park shortest in the Pecos League fences in High Desert's 8th consecutive victory. Oscar Larinaga stays red hot following his 4 hits night the game prior with his 7th home run shown here in bio footage. He joins Eddie Millian, Anthony Ward, and Slayton Vaughn with round trippers in the 15-1 triumph.
It's ride the rock, so there's a lot of rocks, there's a lot of washed out dips.
The important thing is not to fall. We try to remove a lot of the rocks and the sand this year. We'll let the tires roll over that instead of my body.
Ride in the Rocks 2013, 177 strong at the start of the 5th annual event. Big Bear Lake's Derek Harmon, the first to finish the 22-mile Challenger course.
You know, the course was really good. They added some new single track that I'd never seen before, and quite a bit of it was very technical.
We added a couple miles to it. We had to modify some of the single tracks. Omnia blessed us with a couple miles of terrain that we were allowed to use, and we developed some new tracks. Big, always have fun. Number one rule is keep the blood inside your body and keep the blood off the bike. Other than that, I'm looking for great weather and lots of good people to ride with.
This is my second time. It's a real challenge as a novice rider, and just looking forward to the challenge and the scenery that's out here in Lucerne Valley.
Well, I think it's different things for different people because we have a little competitive group that, race all the time. We come out to kind of see how fast we can do the course, and it becomes a little race, and that's kind of the history of us coming down here and doing it.
Ride in the Rocks is sponsored by the Mitsubishi Cement Corporation Educational Foundation, with all proceeds benefiting schools in Lucerne Valley.
Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Valu Quality Truck Body, family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Greiner Buick GMC in Victorville. Greiner always has the best damn used cars, period. The Bradco Companies support the student athletes, teams, and sports programs at Victor Valley College, Barstow College, and the schools throughout our Mojave River Valley. Iwanzik Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Desert High Transportation, reliable and dependable non-emergency transportation for ambulatory and wheelchair passengers. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Thanks for watching.